Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends toy review. Not a Marvel Legend, but the Iron Man 2 movie figure, Mark 6 Iron Man. This is the 6-inch scale figure, and I am so stoked to have it. Gotta say, big thank you to Solid Snake My Pants for hooking me up with this figure. Thanks so much, man. Like Century was saying, for a lot of people that are looking for these 6-inch figures, they're looking for the um, War Machine, but if you see this, do not pass on it. It is fucking awesome. I am so stoked to own it. This is the first like newly produced figure that really made me feel like it's a true Marvel Legend. I don't know. I just like it. This is probably my favorite recently produced figure. Really fucking cool, man. So it's kind of just a shame that it's another Walmart exclusive. I hate the store exclusives, but you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, one thing that I've complained about with the Hasbro figures a lot in the past is the interchangeable hands as opposed to the posing fingers, the articulated fingers. With this guy, what they did, this is just so fucking cool, you guys. I just really like it. So I'm gonna take his fist out right here. What they did, or his hands, they gave you two sets. They gave you two hands, three sets. So two hands, three sets. God, I sound like a fucking idiot. Okay, so three different sets of hands. That's what I'm trying to say. So he's got his two fists like this, alright? He's got his two mid-gripping fists, or hands, two mid-grip hands like that, okay? And then he has his two open hands, the repulsor blast ones. Very cool. I mean, I don't really need articulated fingers if I have all these different fists or hands. I kind of want to say fist, huh? It's too much fisting, huh? But now the Hasbro has the Hasbro Hasbro released this this Iron Man right here, the 2-pack Iron Man, and it comes with, you know, the two repulsor um, blast hands, right, which you can see are a little bit more open than the ones that came with the movie figure. But each hand gets just another hand that, you know, like the hand you could switch out for the left is this one, so you could do that, and then the right one is like this. So you feel like you're missing a bunch of hands, especially after looking at, you know, how you get all 6 of these. So it's just really cool. It just feels a lot more complete than it does for this one. I really like it a lot. Um, so many badass things to say about this thing. I'm just truly stoked. Um, so basically, the paint job, the sculpt, fucking badass. Really cool. I really like how the gold looks in this grayish silver. It's kind of a flat silver, not a really strong silver. I like how they added the detail in the silver right here on the lower torso, little pieces right here on the upper torso. Very cool. Um, Same thing on the back, just adding these pieces. Just the sculpt is really cool overall. Um, a big really like how they got the unibeam looking. It goes from white to blue to white, so you know, it looks pretty cool how it looks like. Same thing with the repulsors over here in the eyes. Same deal. It goes from white with a blue edge. Same thing with this. So instead of it going white, blue, white like this, these are just white to blue on the eyes. Very nice. Really like it a lot. The sculpt is just very badass, and the height of this thing is very cool. A big complaint for me with the first Iron Man movie figures, also done by Hasbro, was that he seemed short. That Iron Man figure seemed short and kind of puny, but this guy just really looks badass. Now my favorite Iron Man figure, I'm just jumping to the size comparison right away because this is just really important to me, and a big, you know, selling or non-selling point for me on the first Iron Man movie figures is that look at his height. You know, he stands just a little bit shorter than modern Iron Man. You know, and then compared to Series 1 Iron Man, he's okay. Now they're all leaning against, have their legs about spread the same. He's just a tiny, you know, there's practically the same height as the Series 1 Iron Man. And then you take this fucking Hasbro shits and fucking put it compared to the rest of them, and he's hella tiny. You know, so basically, it looks like an improvement to me, man. Just, you know, just going from, because these two are Toy Biz. So this Hasbro, just trying to make my point that this really looks like a badass improvement. Adding the extra hands and making his scale more accurate, fucking cool. I'm just really stoked. I'm really stoked off this thing. Um, the articulation on him is pretty fucking cool. The head moves back well enough so you can get him in a good flying pose. Right? That works for me. especially because you could tilt the torso back with it, so that is cool. Alright, head moves down very far. It's actually a little farther than I'm used to. That's pretty neat. And side to side just fine. He's got these shoulder pads right here that do pop off. Okay, it's got this hinge thing. It does pop off. And you can rotate the ball joint on the arm as much as you want. Well, one kind of thing, there's actually just a couple little, so you can't really get the his arm sticking straight forward, but you know, it's not really that big of a deal. But you could pose it like that and then reattach this thing. Ah, shit, I dropped it. You could reattach this thing, and depending on, it's kind of hard. Yeah, so, you know, or you could just leave it off, whatever you want to do. But and if you guys can, you know, this just reminded me of the series of the Mark III from the first Iron Man movie. If any of you guys own the Mark III from the first movie and this Mark VI right here, can you please do a video response comparing the two figures? I would just love to see that. You know, I've done video requests before, so I don't know. I'm just asking if any of you own the Mark III from the first movie and you also own this Mark VI from Iron Man 2, please do a comparison video. That would just be so fucking cool. He's got double jointed elbows, okay? Really cool thing that they did here is I like how they have this like gear pattern in the plastic for the, so it looks very robotic and it's not smoothed out. And then his wrist turns side to side and moves up and down, and same like that for all 6 of the wrists that hands that he comes with. Very, very cool little detail here that you can't see on my shitty camera. Gotta get a new camera. But like right here at the wrist where it disconnects, right? It's got these thin lines going across, and then at the bottom of the hand he's got these thin lines. But on the actual joint itself, the thin lines keep going. I just think that's very, very cool. Keeping the pattern, the design pattern consistent in the joint, so fucking cool. And that happens throughout the whole figure. Same thing with these elbows. He has this diaphragm joint right here that does not move down. It's just a little disappointing. It doesn't move down actually at all. But it does move back a little bit, so it helps with getting that flying pose in. It moves side to side pretty well. No waist joint. He does have ball joints right here, and this is one of the first things I noticed that truly amazed me. Can you see this, like this disc design right here, this rotator disc thing? I just really think that's badass, and it's also a joint. That is so cool. So it slides up and down. I just think that is so badass. I mean, you could really move this leg pretty far forward, you know. Doesn't really kick out so much either, and it moves perfectly to the side. That's just very, very cool. I just love how they did that. I'm very, very impressed with that. Thigh joint right here, twists, double jointed knees. Okay, very cool. Same thing with the back, the joint, like I described before. The ankles and the feet are probably the, you know, have the least amount of movement. That it moves side to side like this. Feels like it's gonna pop off, or I'm gonna break the plastic with these like side parts right here. And it does not really move down. It moves up a little bit, but doesn't move down, and it does not have an ankle twist. It could shift a little bit though, so that's not that bad. But damn, overall, I mean, just an amazing figure. Pick it up, you guys, if you get a chance. He is just so fucking badass. I'm just really, really exciting. God dang it, I cannot speak today. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.